What is going on, my people? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy Naseem the Dream, and happy new music Friday. We are back for yet another reaction video, but I want to announce that today will actually be the last reaction video I am doing of the year. And this Sunday will also be the last singles of the week video of the year, guys. We are coming close to the very end, and you know what that means? I gotta come out with my top videos. Yes, indeed, I am currently cooking up many top list videos as we speak. And the videos that I will be releasing next week will be top 3 video games of 2022, top 5 TV shows, and top 5 movies. All that stuff is really for fun, and then the following week and so on will probably be the main production of my actual lists that are music related. So guys, stay tuned. I got many good videos coming on the way. We're getting really close to the year. I'm very excited. It's almost the end of the holidays, and I'm just pumped. The new song I will be reacting to today, the very last reaction video of 2022 for me, will be Paramore's The News. So I'm really excited for this one. This is going to be the second single that they released this year for this upcoming new album. Let's get right into it. Going live, 3, 2, 1, Aesthetically, they are still really diving in with like some 90s stuff. We're getting back with that emo Paramore phase. I'm loving it. Man, this video is creepy.
Every second of collective heartbreaks, all together, every single head shakes. Shut your eyes, but it won't go away.
Whoa, okay, we're getting right back into that punk era that we so love from Paramore. Loving it so far. And they really are digging in with the 90s aesthetic. Someone mentioned in my comments from our last reaction that it reminded me a lot of something like that from the 90s. Someone said Kill Bill. Perfect interpretation. That's exactly what I see now. But yeah, very spooky video so far. Man, it feels so like that, especially with the makeup, the hairstyles and everything. Higher. With the eyes, I'm kind of signifying that as like a soulless being, and then with the other side of her, that other alter ego, like speaking to her. But when it comes to that vocal, that little pre-chorus right there, that there's like a very brief and very quiet underlaying under there where it gives that fader effect, and it sounds pretty cool.
Exploitative, performative, informative, and we don't know the half.
So gritty.
Deplorable, historical, and all along we call it normal. Exploitative, performative, informative, and we don't know the half of it.
Slightly euphoric too, but still with the haunting color balance.
Historical, and all along we called it normal. Every second of collective heartbreak.
Did anybody get the Shining reference to there? That's kind of what I'm getting for sure. Definitely reminded me of The Shining right there.
All together, every single head shakes. Shut your eyes, but it won't go away. Every second of collective heartbreaks. All together, every single head shakes. Shut your eyes, but it won't go away.
Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the newest track from Paramore, The News. Now let's dive right into my thoughts on there. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the lyricism behind here. Okay, so we already got the first stanza right here. It says right here with this notion right here with that first line, war, a war on the far side and the other side of the planet. This seems to be to this person referencing the Russian-Ukraine war that sparked earlier this year. And based off the end, this is a sentence right here that seems to catch my eye, that I really do think that it might actually be a good take. The events received major coverage from news stations all over the world, and obviously the song is called The News. So this just adds to some of the tropes to what they're trying to get at right here so far. Okay, things are becoming a lot more clear, obviously. So with the chorus, every second our collective heart breaks, all together every single head shakes. Shut your eyes, but it won't go away. Turn on, turn off the news. So clearly, if you if you are on the internet or even on the news, any media, okay, you're gonna see anything when it comes on, when anything horrific, political, anything that just is pretty much just not great to see on the news, on social media, etc. I think that's the main trope that Haley is really trying to go about on here. That's kind of how I'm reading this so far, because with the colorless eyes, that to me says something soulless, lifeless, and maybe like dead inside kind of thing. That might be the feeling that she's trying to interpret when it comes to how she feels whenever she turns on the news, because it's always a bunch of real stuff and real terrible stuff that you always get to see on the news. Always shit, always conflict, yada yada yada. And it's demeaning. It's just it can crush you and tear you down as a person, and ultimately it does. And you either have the choice to take a look at it or ignore it, and sometimes you just can't. And that's just kind of what she's going about in here. Like when she's saying like turn on, turn off the news, like sometimes you can't just get it out of your head. Right there, shut your eyes, but it won't go away. Turn on, turn off the news. Exactly what she's going about. Once you see it, it won't just erase from your memory. So right here with verse 2, far I'm far, so far on the front line, quite the opposite. I'm safe inside, but I worry and I give money and I feel useless behind this computer, and that's just barely scratched the surface of my mind. So again, back to the things where I was saying this can really tear you down, because a lot of these things, if you truly care about stuff like this, it makes you feel useless because there's very little you can actually do to make a change. That is a terrible thing for me to say. That's not the mindset that I like to keep for myself at all, and nor would I say the mindset that you should keep. You should definitely have hope. You should definitely want change. You should definitely do the most you can. But the thing is, sometimes it's just not enough, and I think that's really what's tearing her down inside, and that's what maybe motivated her to write this song and go about why the video is like that. And it's just crushing. Sonically, I'm really driven back to their debut, All We Know Is Falling, a lot. Definitely with a little bit more punctuation, especially when it comes to what's going on in modern culture, I guess, especially because this is really referring to the war. But it also shows a more mature side of the band, and it's kind of something that you kind of only really notice if you've been with the band from the start. So I think fans are gonna really appreciate what Haley is trying to do with this song. And this is probably my favorite stanza, because this is the most serious thing to really take in, and the very hard truth of what we have on the bridge right here: exploitative, performative, informative, and we don't even know the half of it. Rhetorical, deplorable, historical, and all along we called it normal. This is obviously referring to misinformation and stuff that is just all obviously and undeniably hidden from the public, and it's just so hard to believe what's true and what's not. And that's the thing that can be really frustrating when it comes to things nowadays, when it comes to the media. And then on top of that, when it comes to this next line right here, it goes about calling out the criticism of like, quote unquote, from this annotation, the absurdities and prejudices we've seen on the news and started to treat as a society as normal. And that is just sickening. It's not good. And it's just, man, it's a tough pill to swallow for sure. This is obvious stuff, like you shouldn't already know this. This is stuff that I really appreciate when it comes to music that's released, especially because of some of my favorite bands like Pink Floyd. Roger Waters is one of the only artists, especially, who's always stuck to his agenda of wanting to talk about some of the serious things that are going on when it comes to the conflicts in the entire world. Same thing with System of a Down. They always want to talk about the serious things, the things that matter, and most people don't want to hear that. And I get it. We don't need that all the time. We don't need to always be thinking about all the negativity. Sometimes we don't want to live in that. Sometimes we want to get away from reality, and that's okay. But there comes a time and place where you need to acknowledge it, and you really need to consider it and think about it, because it's important. Very strong notion from the band. One I truly do appreciate. Sonically, I will say that, you know what, it's a pretty decent song. I think it's good. I enjoyed it. I will say though, with my reaction to This Is Why, if you rewatch it, I liked it. I enjoyed the song. As time went on, definitely liked it a lot more. It had way more of a ring to it. And again, especially because I've been sticking with the band for so long, they're self-titled, but the point is, I've been with the band ever since they've been a thing. This is something that I really can appreciate and love to be brought back to that same sound, and it's just great. It's awesome to see Haley talk about what she wants to talk about, and the band still be a thing. And I'm really glad that this song came out for my last reaction because it's a hell of a one to go out with a bang with. And guys, that is my reaction and my thoughts to Paramore's news track, The News. Guys, in the comments, let me know what you thought about in this track. I want to hear your thoughts about this song, about how you feel about this upcoming record, about this direction where Paramore's going, about how you feel about thought-wise where Haley is going with this when it comes to the direction. I want to hear about it. Let me know in the comments down below. And guys, please support the channel. Give a like for this video. And don't forget to subscribe for more content. I appreciate you guys so much. Be ready for those top lists that will be coming out in the next couple of weeks. Thank you so much. Catch you in the next one. Doses.
A war